Hello everyone, Hovian here, and we are back with Hunter x Hunter Volume 15. And yeah, the Green Eye, we're heading towards, we're close to the climax, I think, of Green Island. Well, I think I've read this manga before, but, Uh, actually, yeah, we're kind of a bit close, you know. But this volume, most it's just the training. um, it's just the training. Why? Who is the? Is this supposed to be Palm? I don't understand. Wait, uh, who's? Why is this is not someone who's in this volume on this? What? Who is this? What? It's Biscuit? What? Okay, apparently the anime just gave her made her blonde. I don't know what the stuffed animal is about though. Um why does her stuffed animal like that? That threw me off. If it I don't know, something about her. I'm not even with the hair, even if she was blonde here, I don't think I would get this bisky, biscuit vibes, Like whole I don't know, man. Kind of weird. Uh Author comments, Higashi, I won 20,000 yen at the casino, though I spent 15,000. Dude made 5,000 yen. That stonks. Yeah, this line is mostly going back and forth between Macedora and other towns. Okay. I guess this volume is prob it's the low point, I think, of Green Island so far. Um, it's training. It's a lot of card collecting. Not much of the cards. It's not like Tagashi like goes in depth and with like a storyline or anything about, oh, we have to catch this card, you know. Like that's not it's not like a thing. Um, but we do start off the bomber plot line. The bomber is revealed. There's actually two other bombers. But when you know the bomber is the bomber, it's the blonde guy, or is blonde in the anime, right? Um, yeah, he betrays everyone. Um, and just has a good scheme. And also, okay, I thought he kind of like killed everyone here. But not everyone, I guess. Some people lived. That was brutal. It was a brutal page, Tagashi. Not beating the school shooter scribbles allegations. Um, but it's still cool. We see Razor for the first time this volume. And that encounter he has with the Phantom Trope, who tried to sneak into Screed Island, from the outside. It was kind of funny. Is like they show up on the shoreline. He shows up from the land. He's like, uh, they like ask him. He says, I'm in charge," and then they're like, we'll be back." I guess they could tell, you know, like this guy, um, oop, come on, oop, oop. This guy, he looks mad. Like he can tell Razor's so strong. So, they just gave up. And he used Eliminate, pretty powerful card, but it's the admin fucking card. Uh, that's cool. Yeah. And then Gon's developing his Nen ability, John can pawn rock paper scissors. So yeah, rock for the big punch. Uh, tape paper for like projectile, and scissors for sword as a sword. And it's basically said this will allow him to have like a close range, a mid range, and a long range attack. So yeah, it does add a fair amount of versatility to his arsenal. Although right now it'll take some time for the projectiles to really do much. But his punch is good. It's a good punch. Um, and yeah, the Phantom Trope, they're really getting uh into things because one of the Nen exorcists that Crollo wants to meet, he wants to meet a Nen exorcist because Propka made it so that if he uses Nen, he dies. He wants to get rid of this curse, so he had to call an exorcist. And one of the exorcists is actually in Greed Island. That's why they wanted to sneak. That's why the Phantom Trope tried to go in the other way. But then they're going to go through the game. And Hisoka, uh, he used his name. When he entered Greed Island, he set his name as Crollo Lucifer, which is interesting thing for you to do, and he made contact with the trope. Yeah, apparently Crow he is looking for the Nen Exorcist 2, so that Frollo can get his Nen curse lifted, so that he can use Nen and fight. He can get his fight in with Crollo that he really wants. That's crazy. And yeah, the Nen Exorcist is actually an actual character we've seen. It's one of the guys that was, working with the bomber before he knew it was the bomber. And with his Nen Exorcism, he lifted the time bomb on him. Although now he has to have this fucking creature on him. Uh, so that's inconvenience. So he has to wear like his name is Abengan. Okay, yeah, and it's like this ugly ass creature. Like what the? um, now it's on his shoulder or on his body. So he has put on lots of layers of clothes, hide it. But yeah. Also, Killua takes the Hunter exam. He uses the leave thing to leave the game, and then takes the exam, and then that motherfucker. He didn't have to eliminate everyone in that test in the exam, but he did it anyways. Uh, damn. So he was the only one who passed in that year. That's great. Hogging everyone. And it was an interesting moment where, like, in the first exam that we went through, there's like these three brothers that he fought, or he really he beat them seamlessly. And then they trained their ass off, but they didn't learn Nen, so all that training was for nothing. And they're like, oh man, we can't even do anything, and like lamenting their fate. Now they're training, they start getting the cards, and it's a lot easier now that they have, um, strength, actual strength. Um, I some of the card gags or jokes they have is funny. Like I really like how Killua is like addicted to the greedy dice. Like he loves gambling. Uh, and he has a stupid fucking cat face that's so cute. and it it's fun. And like I like how when if they saw Crow Lucifer's name in the list book of people they met, um, they were like, "Oh my god, it's Crollo. We have to tell Kurapika." And Bisky was like, "Who? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me!" And then it just whacks them. Uh, I like their dynamic. It is pretty fun. And the last thing is like one of the things they've used to get more cards is to trade the leave cards so that these people who haven't had a chance to leave could leave. I think it's like only a month though, right? Or something like that. Or how does it work? Actually, we can look up how it works because Tagashi left all the rules with us. Oh no, there is a time limit. Okay. Um, I guess it wasn't really used because it was like rare and like some people couldn't get it as much. Um, and like a lot of people want to just really want to finish the game, so leaving isn't the best way to do it. Although um, it can be useful. It can dispel some bad effects too. Like the bomber uses it in this volume to try to like escape because if you escape to the real world, it's a lot harder to track you down than if you escaped somewhere else in Greed Island. Oh, I know. Okay. I know the Greed Island is this in the real world. I'm just shorthand. Well, come on. But yeah, it's a lot harder to do that if you escape outside of Greed Island than if you went to a different place. Because it does cost you your free slots. Um, uh, yeah. Anyways, some good stuff, but yeah, it can be a great grading, listening on all the exclamations for all the Nen stuff. And like, oh, let's go to Macedora, and then we leave Macedora to go train, and then we go back to Macedora, and then we leave Macedora. Um, yeah, hopefully it's gonna lead it leads somewhere good. We get we get a mention of what will become like Killua's second like ability thing. Uh, he just like tells Bisky, "Oh yeah, I'll use this," but oh sorry, I'll use this, but we don't get to see what this is. But yeah, it's the yo-yos. Did he even use yo-yos after this arc? I remember using Godspeed and stuff in Command. I don't remember the yo-yos. Maybe probably Hell Memory Moment. Probably a Hell Memory Moment. But yeah, Gon and Killua love the two. So this arc is full of those. They're they're all around this volume, so it's not a bad volume. But it's definitely a lowering. Well, not even lowering the stakes really, but there's a bomber thing happened. But like the bomber is, it's like you don't really care about the characters they killed or anything, but it will set up, you know, a a third group that we have to face against. So yeah, we'll look into that next week, next time. So see you guys then. Have a good one.